Richard, thank you for joining us today. We're at the One-to-One conference in London. Tell us a little bit more about the company that you run.
Okay, Merdeka is a copper and gold company located in Indonesia. We have two producing assets. One is a gold oxide we're processing with heap leach. Been very successful. We've last 3 years of production, we've exceeded our guidance on every one of those years. We're very fortunate about it because it's a conventional heap leach, but the ore is very permeable, and unlike most mine sites that are located in the middle of nowhere, this one is 2 miles off the coast with paved roads coming right up to the door. So it's been a very successful operation thus far. Below that deposit, though, is a very large copper porphyry. 1.9 billion tons, with the upper zone of it of about 300 million tons, somewhere between 0.7 and 0.9% copper and about the same amount in grams of gold. So that's $100 a ton rock. We're in the process of spending about 120 million on a bankable pre-fees to 43 NI 43101 standards. We're about 1.5 kilometers into the mountain already on a decline, and we got drills turning underneath to further define and understand the deposit and bring it into reserves. We hope to have it feasibility study complete end of second quarter 2001. So that's quite an exciting one, because that's a very large deposit, and it's in a geographically very easy to access location. We have grid power right up to the fence, so no need to build power plants and roads and all that stuff like you would do on a normal deposit.
So obviously very exciting for you that's there. You're obviously generating cash as well.
Oh yeah,
which is very good from an investor's perspective.
Yep, and then adjacent to that deposit, we have some very interesting targets which we actually started exploration on 2 days ago, with the hopes of discovering a small open pit mine to supplement underground feed when that starts to ramp up. So hopefully to keep the mills full from the first day we crank it up.
So what's the purpose of you being at One-to-One today?
We're meeting investors. We haven't promoted the stock really until the beginning of the year, in which we did a real small rights issue. We targeted 50 million of equity placement, well oversubscribed. We actually sold 60 million. But the main point is when we start to go after the copper, then we're going to have to do a larger equity raise, and that's when we can fund the 100 million of feasibility study and stuff right from cash flow. But once we go in to full mine development, we'll need to raise more equity, and as a result, we just want the company to be a little better known, because virtually we haven't marketed it before. So.
And the One-to-One conference, how's it been for you?
Good. I like the style of the conference. It's much better than some of those where you have a booth and people walk by. This is very much organized. You know what your schedule is. You know who you're meeting ahead of time. It's been quite good. We're pretty well fully booked, except for about one time slot. So.
Super. Well, Richard, thank you very much for your time today.
Okay.
Excellent.